Hello everyone and welcome to another RHS Staff Spotlight. Today we're going to be covering Ryan Helt, the 10th grade English teacher and the track coach. We will also interview a former student of his to see how he liked this class. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first question. What got you into teaching English specifically?
What got me into teaching English specifically, when I went to college, I wanted to be a history teacher. My brother was a history teacher at Rochester High School, and at the time he kind of advised that there's kind of a long waiting list of applicants trying to get into history, and he told me if I wanted a clearer path to a job right out of college that I should think about getting into English. Then on the other side, I started taking literature classes at IU and really enjoyed them. It was a lot of discussion-based work and just found it kind of intellectually stimulating, and I've been a fan ever since. And in my present job, I get to combine that interest in history with English, so it's kind of the ideal setup for me.
And next question, what got you into coaching for track?
Oh, what got me into coaching for track? Like I said, I grew up in kind of a unique household. My brother's 7 years older than I am, and when I was a senior in high school, he was teaching at Rochester and coaching. So I kind of grew up in that coaching environment. We get to go home and have conversations about practice and things like that. By the time my senior year came around, I felt like I was kind of helping him coach, and I just knew that when I came back, that would be something I would be involved with. You know, I like working with the athletes. I like seeing people grow. I like seeing people set goals and work hard to achieve them. I think it sets them up for success in the future, how to handle similar situations and overcome adversity, and I'm just happy to be a part of that.
What did you like most about Mr. Helt's class?
I liked Mr. Helt's class. I liked his way of teaching because it felt more direct, and it felt a lot more, it felt like there was a lot more of a student-teacher connection in his class. That's what I liked.
All right, and how has this year been so far?
This year's been pretty smooth so far. One thing I noticed with the cell phone policy is just more eyes up, kind of more eye contact, more recognition that people are actually engaged with what's happening in class. And I don't think that's a knock on any prior class or anything. I just think taking that device out of the picture maybe makes people a little bit more in focus, maybe helps them mitigate that pressure of having to respond to their phone, and keeps the focus on the content of the classroom. So far, really good.
The next question, what is your favorite thing to teach during the school year?
Oh, yeah, what's my favorite thing to teach? I just like literature. We teach Lord of the Flies, and while we're teaching that, I get really engrossed in it. It's really one of those books you can read over and over and over again and find something new. I love Shakespeare. I like kind of picking a different Shakespeare play every year and immersing myself in that language and that mindset, and kind of feel the language as it's developing in Shakespeare's day. I really like this book, Things Fall Apart, that we teach, really because it takes us to a place, we don't think maybe of Nigeria as a hotbed of English, but it really is. And when we study that book, we get to see sort of the globalization of English and, kind of enter these new worlds that we probably wouldn't be exposed to in any other class.
Are there any other roles you play in the school that's not English or track?
Yeah, outside of English and track, I help on Friday nights during the football season, taking stats. I kind of help behind the scenes a little bit, bouncing ideas off my wife. She coaches volleyball at the middle school. I'm involved with the youth sports that my daughters are a part of, so basketball particularly, I help out a little bit there. Over the years, I've helped with theater. I coached basketball at one point. Even coached a couple academic teams, so it's really nice to be involved. The more different groups you're in, the more you get to play a role in somebody's life and development, and I take a lot of enjoyment in that.
All right, and last question, it's kind of a philosophical one.
Okay.
If you were born again with all your current knowledge, where do you think you would be in 20 years?
Geez, long pause, huh? Yeah, it's really hard to tell. I think the one thing that I would like to think that would remain consistent between where I am now and where I might be then is I'd like to do something that's a public service, something that fulfills a duty to your community and an obligation to help people. So I don't think that would change. I think I would just be better at doing that service in whatever capacity it would be in. So that's a good way to evade your question, I guess.
Thank you, Helt, and everyone else for your time. And thank you for watching this year's 2024 Staff Spotlight. See you in the next one.